I'm ready.
Banish
Sorry.
exists. I have to leave now.
Oh well. Good. Good riddance to you. What a way to start. So, it is time. Episode 15. Help, I've not prepared.
The shopping episode.
Yes. So, since Graham needed reminding anyways, who can remember what happened last time?
We went around, we finally got back with all our friends, we rescued the dragon.
Our ship got
Strix,
laid.
and the ship did indeed get laid, and Lawrence watched.
We have eggs. They are dragon ship eggs now.
We do have dragon ship eggs.
How
And
many,
also,
actually?
3.
Okay.
Also, possibly my entire family has either been killed or turned into vampires.
Don't worry, if they've been turned into vampires, we'll definitely kill them.
So that's a small issue. And, yeah, we might be able to cure them if they are vampires by capturing them, according to, Big
God.
Daddy's son. Yes.
Sleepy God.
Yeah, that's vaguely what happened last time. Also, we resolved the whole Lawrence having another character by just sending him to be in the worst vampire hunter guild ever.
Yeah.
Well, also, the church now has priests in it who have been instructed definitely to fuck with Lathander as much as possible.
Okay.
So
So, yeah, that is where we begin, with everyone having a long rest and waking up in some semblance of morning.
Do I wake up before people?
Yes.
Or do I... Okay. Can I do things now?
Yes.
Okay. I run to wherever we stashed Crystalline Dragon Friend
As with everything in the basement.
of the ship.
Yeah, that's kind of the storage area for important stuff.
Next to all the red cap corpses.
One door along from the red cap corpses, one door along from the weird eggs.
I check for any signs of life.
You don't. Again,
Like
it's
whatever I sensed before. Is there anything?
okay. So again, it's hard to tell. Although it is different now that you've came back. Instead of I'm trying to think what's the way of doing it. You know, the generic frozen in time position where someone's frozen in one position.
Yeah.
Which is what he would have been in before. Instead of that, now he is essentially cross-legged, like sitting down, with a sphere around him.
So he is cut off from the... So his hand is not free anymore?
No.
So I have no way of getting to the thing that we talked about?
No. But you can definitely see that it's there. He's sitting in like the generic sort of meditation type pose. And ironically, for what you were all talking about prior to starting, it does seem like a wall of force or some sort around him.
So can I still... Is he still crystalline? Like, I thought he
Yes.
was encased in crystal.
Yes, he is.
So he is effectively now a crystal ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
Can
snow
I-
globe.
I shake him. No. Can I still... Is he still receptive to magical energy?
Well, you'd have to try to find out.
Can I try to push a first level spell slot in there?
You
Just to see if it works.
seem to have the same general effect as when you tried it before, so you think that it is still like flowing in. But instead of like straight to him, you feel like it's doing like that electric ball thing. The energy is flowing within the orb and regulating.
Okay. Do any of the shards that I have react to being closer to the Dragon Ball?
Not really, no. They don't seem to really react to each other either. Like, not in a special way.
Can I message him and ask if he's alive?
If you send a message, you would not get a reply, but you would get a... What's a good word for it? Like, a ping? That
Like a feeling that it has been received.
Yes, you would get... You essentially, you know that you left a message on the answer phone, and that it has been successfully sent.
Can I ask him if he can tell me if it's me or Aurora, if he can give me any sign?
Currently, no response.
Damn it. Well, but at least he seems like he's alive-ish.
Mm-hmm. And you have sent that message, so it has been received at least.
Now send him some advertisements, because you always get those.
I then send him the whole litany of Aminator and try to convert him.
You sit for the rest of your long rest and read the book to his mind.
You have 62 new messages. Message 1.
Have you heard?
Are you alive? Message 2. Please help or give us a sign. Message 3. Have you heard the good word of Aminator?
I'll ask if we want this guy out of this wall of bolts.
You're still asleep.
Yeah.
Basically, let's just for ease of things say that day you've got about 5 minutes before the next person would wake up.
I then... Well, I won't do much anyway, but even if it was an hour or two, I would just then go to wherever Aurora is sleeping. And try to sense if her energy is similar to the energies that I feel from the shards.
Give me a disadvantage Arcana.
Why disadvantage?
Because it's a very difficult thing you're trying to do.
Why?
Just put the DC up. Well, it's still 19.
Yeah, you still did very well. See?
And if I fail, I can use my stuff.
So which would you prefer? DC 20 or disadvantage?
No, that's fine.
What's a good way of explaining this? So you know the general idea of when you do something like detect magic, you can detect like which school of magic it is. When you're doing this detection, it
is the same school of energy.
Not in the same sense of school, but it's like the energy is outside of a specific school of magic. So you can't tell it exactly that it's like, oh, this is the same, but it's definitely
related.
They're both like alien in a similar way, at least like to your perception. I'm trying to think like how Dare would perceive this.
Do the shards at all react to being close to her?
Again, there doesn't seem to be any specific reaction.
I touch her with one of them.
In what way? Just like prod.
Well, I just make skin to crystal contact.
Somewhere. So you do the thing that people do to cats where you balance things on their head.
No. I basically just boop her softly with a crystal and see if anything happens.
Smoothie, you wake up and there's a Jenga pile of crystals. Ooh, you don't immediately notice like anything specific, but you feel the same sort of thing of like what you currently feel, like there is a transference of energy, like with how you're feeling more energetic currently.
Yeah.
You can
So
feel.
let's just wake up with a pile of stuff on me.
No. Speaking of which, how do I have any idea what that means for me? My overabundance.
Not currently.
Okay.
You can put two and two together that it is like coincidentally timed since you got the shards.
But I have no idea how I could use it.
Not currently.
Okay. I wait for them to wake up.
Yeah, okay. So, Smoothie, you wake up to Dare staring at the two of you. Well, you and Aurora.
Like, look at Aurora, who's also waking up, then look back at Dare, and I'm like, this is kind of creepy.
You just like someone who's on like a sugar high. He doesn't realize he's just like sitting there shaking slightly.
Are you okay?
Are there ruby dragons?
Yes?
I look at all the... Are there yellow dragons?
I don't believe so.
Or I show him the shards, like, are there dragons that look like these? I know the black one, because we fought that. And I know the blue one, because we've seen that one. I basically hold an amethyst, a sapphire, a topaz, a crystal, an emerald, and a shard of shardolin.
So I think so as Graham, but like, would Smoothie know this? I think.
He would have. Give me an arcana, but like. For general, he would understand that there are rarer species of dragons. The arcana is more how well he knows that.
It's I'm gonna make it an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you've only really seen like one or two in your life, but you've definitely heard of the gem dragons. They're much rarer than the chromatic and metallic.
Yeah. I explained this and I like mention how yeah, if you think about the lecture from yesterday, they fit in this section where they split off into 4 types of dragons, but only 2 of them are the main ones that people know about.
What was the fourth again?
Catastrophe dragons.
We don't
Don't
talk
worry
about
about it.
them.
But
We-
I was dreaming. Maybe it was because of all the lectures that you gave us yesterday, and because they were in my mind. But there was more than what you told us about, because I don't think you went into any detail on the gem ones. And
Oh no, I was only covering the basics, and most people only ever see in their lives chromatic or metallic because they're the ones associated with like the 2 main gods. The others are more sort of unaffiliated.
yeah, I'm not sure, but I think Aurora might be a reincarnation of Io.
That seems like a very strange thing for you to say about this very non-godlike dragon that I'm looking at here. I mean, I think she's very powerful and obviously could be anything she wanted to be, but... Aurora,
Yeah, but
are you a god?
Aurora just
not-
looks confused.
See?
Okay, let me rephrase this. I think she has a bigger portion of the essence of Io in her than most. And I think our dragon friend has asked me to protect her by all means, which I probably would have done anyway. But because he gave me these, like because his hand freed from his crystal, now it's not free anymore because he's now a crystal ball. And they almost fit together to form a big one, but there's a piece missing. And I don't know.
Can Smoothie try and work out from the things that are there what the piece that's missing might be?
Day, you did figure out the missing piece. You just
I saw the piece, I just
Yeah.
can't get to it. Right?
yes.
Okay.
What is it?
Then there is another piece, but it's now inside the crystal ball, and that one looks like a ruby, whereas the rest look like these, obviously. And I think it fits together with them, and then forms this. Like he tries to hold them together in the way that they would fit together, which is a bit awkward with 6 pieces.
He's like
But-
they keep falling apart, and he's like, no,
Yeah.
stay together, stay together. Damn 3D puzzles.
And yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so there's a bit in that crystal ball that we need to complete this thing.
Yeah, but the crystal ball is now closed.
Yeah,
But
it
I
doesn't
think
matter.
he's still alive because he changed positions, and I messaged him, and it seemed to be received even though he couldn't answer.
Smoothie goes and gets some power tools.
I just imagine you with like a
Just like
What is it?
a very oversized drill for Smoothie's size.
I was thinking drill. It's like Smoothie walks out of the room, walks back in. Nee.
I was thinking more of the thing that they use to like crack open pavement.
Oh yeah, the jackhammers.
Yes.
We try the drill first, then the jackhammer if the thing's too sturdy for the drill.
Okay,
I'm
so
not sure. I'm not sure if he might need to be in that ball to recuperate. So I'm not sure what the best course of action is.
I
So-
would like to make a space tools roll to try and extricate what I want from this thing.
everyone else is like slowly waking up. Anyone who was still asleep, you hear the roar. Yeah, the roar of a drill.
As it like scrapes across the side of this crystal.
I go down to investigate what's happening.
I will guide myself before I do this my tools roll.
Okay,
Melissa
for
sleeps
it.
for a bit.
this
Because I keep forgetting I have guidance because I'm a cleric now.
I will
Oh,
ritual.
nice.
I will ritual cast silence around myself.
Nice.
That takes
That's
too
a-
long.
That's a 36.
39 total.
I'll say 39, yeah.
quick question: can you?
I flash of genius it to 44.
Cause he needs the help.
Uh,
Without that flash of genius, the 44 might not have done it.
I'm gonna need a second.
Now we kill the dragon by removing that piece.
I mean, maybe. There's a good chance that occurs.
You see
Hey,
him.
at best, I extricate the dragon and everything's safe. At worst, something bad has about to happen.
That's true, because, like, I extricate the heart perfectly out of this thing.
Okay, so with that, although it is just a small hole, because you're using a drill, you do manage to get through it with a DC of 40.
Yep, I knew that flash was required. So I'm gonna use that like whole opening to like widen it enough to remove the thing I need.
You're gonna have to do a bit more than that.
And I tried to mage hand it out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've got a bunch of different tools. I'm not just like the drill is the start to create a
Yeah.
sinkhole, so that I can then like come in with a wider one, and then so that was me doing my tools thing. So
So bear in mind the shard is currently embedded in the hand of the dragon person.
yeah, I can scratch it out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so the mage hand wouldn't work because it is essentially part of him.
Oh.
If
Do you
my
think this is a good idea?
No, it's a great idea. It's not just a good
I
idea.
mean, I'm already a 44 deep into this.
he's 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 already coping with the massive drills.
And managing with that nat 20 to get through. Oh my god, such a high DC and you managed to hit it.
I beat it.
Yeah. At this point, everyone will have woken up by now. So, like, Anthony, you've said you've joined them.
Yeah, I'm just asking, like, what's going on?
I'll
I'm
stop.
extracting. Sorry. You go, Lawrence.
I'll stop ritual casting silence, and I'll come and have a look at what's going on.
Yeah, that would have taken an hour, right?
10 minutes?
10
It's
minutes.
Oh yeah,
So
right.
like 11 minutes, because it's like
I
Yeah,
said a
it's-
minute.
Yeah, 10
Yeah.
minutes
Oh,
on
no,
top of the
yeah.
casting time.
I keep mixing stuff up because Find Familiar is an hour, so ritual casting is an hour and 10 minutes. So I associated the wrong time with the wrong thing.
so either way, I'll just come and have a look.
You're watching Smoothie in full dual heist mode.
Like, just a massive drill. Looks too
Like-
big for Smoothie to carry, but he's just like,
drill
No,
drill
it's
bits
nothing.
increasing in size as I like bore further holes into this thing to try and like get to what I want.
sure, give me another Smith tools as you continue.
I'll ask what you're trying to retrieve.
Oh, the big crystal in there. We need it to complete a collection of crystals.
Do you need some help or?
That'd be
you like-
great if I need some leverage because I'm a bit small here, so I might need you
Yeah,
to lift
sure.
me up.
I'll give Smoothie some leverage.
If you place it right here, like right in this little crevice here, it'll give you more leverage. Having
Oh,
strength.
You're
thanks.
inspired.
I
his
imagine
words.
for some reason that Librix is just like, just place it right here, and you're like looking and like, isn't that way if I drill through there it'll go straight into his head?
Point is, you're inspired with advantage now.
Yes.
Plus D4.
You're a
Plus
D12 for the inspiration now,
D-
aren't you, Lawrence?
13. Level 13 is inspiration of D10.
D10.
It's D12 when I get to 15th.
Oh, and nat 10! That's
Okay,
beautiful.
So yeah,
That's a 41.
It's a 41, yep. That hits it again.
so you've switched to a bigger drill bit, and
Yep.
you've successfully managed to widen the hole a bit more. What's everyone else doing as he switches to the next bigger size?
I'm trying to have my hand on the crystal or on the ball and try to feel if, I don't know.
You feel the
screaming at you, being like,
vibrations
"Stop,
of the
stop."
drill.
I'm trying to feel whether the dragon inside is like reacting to it at all, and if he reacts badly, so I can stop the process. Like, basically trying to assess whether we're killing him by removing it or not, and
Give me an Arcana. As Smoothie switches in the next bigger drill bit.
And then I've got
I use my inspiration on that.
Sure?
That just means I can roll again, right?
Yeah.
Why is it so slow? There you go.
You're unsure, but then you're focusing, and then you focus on the hole, and you notice something that no one else does, is that there is a lot of magical energy now leaking out of this hole,
Okay.
and it's really hard to tell in the situation, but what's a good way of explaining it? It's a bit like you're letting the air out
Wait,
of a
wait,
balloon.
never mind. I call the slime over who can fit into like really tiny spaces and let's just have him rip it out. Right? That makes sense.
So,
Because the slime can just like
yeah,
slip in,
but
take
Andrew,
it, and then get out.
Mm-hmm.
is it like a? Do I feel like he's living off of this power right now and needs it to recuperate, or is it just a there comes power from that charge and therefore it comes out? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to not kill the dragon here.
You're the only one. So, yes, you do get a sense that the energy seems to be leaking out of him rather than being like an ambient thing.
So yeah, would you like the slime to just slurp in and grab the shard smoothie?
Okay.
I put myself in between. Wait.
You're like using your hand to try and plug up the hole.
yeah. Actually, I'm like this like the comic version of when you see like water spouting out everywhere, and he tries to like cover all the holes that.
Well, because you're holding the shards, you can sort of very barely see the magic like flowing out, and you're like, no, stop. No one else can see what you're stopping, but you're like, no, stop coming out.
Smoothie has like the super extendo chisel in one hand, and he's like, "But I'm just gonna take the crystal out now."
I think that's his lifeline.
I do have a spell that can resurrect people.
Yeah, but
And
I think this is a different case. I think he might need this to live for now, and maybe we should just leave him to.
So you don't want us to get the crystal that completes the puzzle that you've been given by him.
But yeah, maybe not right now.
yeah, but surely the spell I've got would resurrect them to their original form.
Well,
He's got a point.
Do you have?
but I'd rather do it with his consent than not. And not without his consent kill him and then resurrect him and maybe change stuff about him that he doesn't want changed.
Hang on.
Just message on the dragon thing.
It doesn't answer right now. I don't think he can right now.
Not message. Yeah, message.
Yeah,
I repeat what I said.
Yeah, when you try to cast a message, you don't get a response, but you do get a ping that it has been received. So like you got the connection, but there was no response.
So maybe we should leave him by now.
The dragon.
Have him. I don't know. Maybe we can drop him off in Brinchanda and have people protect him. And then.
Man, we probably should have done that before we drilled a big hole in this cocoon.
Smoothie with just like the biggest drill bit ever. Like
No, Smoothie's standing there with like an extendo chisel because he's got it wide enough that he could like knock out the ruby and then like drag it back up the hole. So he's like got this like extendo chisel that he's like, but it's my first time ever getting to use the extendo chisel feature.
I know, and it would have been very exciting to see if it works or how well it works. I'm sure it works. But I'd rather not kill him.
We're so close.
But he's a dragon. You don't want to kill dragons, right?
Oh, but I do want to do science.
Why don't you use it on the next vampire we find?
Chisels don't kill vampires.
Well, I'm sure they can.
What if it's a holy chisel?
If it's a holy chisel, then it can.
Yeah, maybe you can bless your own chisel. That sounds a bit weird.
And I bless my own chisel.
Oh, you definitely could.
Actually, realistically, would the Book of Smoothie be like a holy item which, when read, would ward off vampires?
I
don't think the Book of Smoothie actually has anything to do with vampires, weirdly enough.
The Book of Anthony definitely does.
Hey.
All about murdering vampires.
Hey, I have a holy chisel.
Smoothie's still not convinced by this whole not just taking the crystal. But it's like standing there not willing to push his way past this dare. She's like, oh. But
if you want, ooh,
science.
maybe you can find a way to glue one of the sunstones onto your chisel and make it shoot radiant energy or something.
So, Smoothie's gonna ask the question: is there just like energy shooting out of the hole I've created?
I mean, I'm holding it back right now.
Could
It's
we
leaking
roll?
through my fingers, I think.
Could we roll him and connect the hole to the energy system in the ship?
Yeah, but he needs the energy to survive. The whole, I'm sure the crystal reforms after a while, so
Yeah, but we
it
could.
doesn't leak anymore. We
I'm
don't want to leech the energy out of him because that could kill him.
Give me a second. I'll be back in a minute. And Smoothie runs off.
Smoothie's just like hungrily looking at the biggest battery he's ever seen.
And Smoothie comes back with like a cork that's about the right size.
Everyone's like, where did you get that? From my cork collection, obviously.
Have
Everyone's
you not seen? Did you not see the collection? Like he indicates over to his bag, which is like now has like several different sizes of corks just lined up next to it.
Which he has
And
been
like,
carrying around this entire
and
adventure.
But the whole point is the bag's open and you kind of can't see anything else inside the bag. You're like, what's going on here?
What do you think I've been plugging up the holes in the ship with that I find?
I mean, that is one use for these very special corks.
So yeah, Smoothie will like hammer a cork into the bit where he's created the opening in the crystal.
To me, it sounds like Liebrick's been stealing your cork, Smoothie.
It does. It's another thing it's another crime to add to his list.
Yeah, Liebrick's like, oh yeah, those are the things I've been plugging up the holes in the ship. And just Smoothie in his mind's like, you what? You've been in my cork bag?
My cork bag is a sacred thing that no one may touch.
Just spoken
But yeah,
about in the Book of Smoothie. Chapter
But yeah,
7.
Smoothie's
it's
just
in
gonna put one of his
English,
blessed
like,
corks into the hole he's created. You know, just in case.
If it's
Let's
any
just shut up.
consolation, I didn't touch the bag.
Yes, the cork fits in snugly.
Does that
So-
stop the energy being released?
It essentially brings it down to like the tiniest wisp escaping.
If I stare at it for long enough, does the crystal seem to reform?
How long are you going to stare at it for?
At the moment, at least a minute. No, I just assume it reforms, but since it has before, but
So, if you're like putting full attention on that,
yeah.
you would maybe notice that you think that it's like rather than like the noticeability of the whole reforming, you notice that it looks like the cork is like almost looks like it's being squeezed, but only very slightly at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
So is he in a ball?
Essentially, yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Yes, we can roll him.
So, just basically think of the crystals from the Crystal Maze.
Sure.
Crystal Maze.
I've never seen the Crystal Maze.
What?
I've heard of it. I've
How
never
have you
seen
not
it.
seen the Crystal Maze?
What is the Crystal Maze?
It's a game show. Like the guy who was the host was the guy who wrote what's the musical that has Meatloaf in it? Let's
I've
Do the
actually
Time Warp.
seen. Let's do the time warp again.
Yeah, that movie.
Oh, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, the guy who wrote Rocky Horror Picture Show was like the host of it for ages.
I've
It's like a game
seen.
show
I've
where you
seen.
went as a team and you get like trapped in rooms if you failed like tests.
And they
I've seen
only let
clips of the
idiots play the
Crystal
game.
Maze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen clips of it and stuff, but I
Okay,
haven't
so from
watched
the
it.
image, it's basically just a huge, multifaceted
Circle.
ball.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but it was one of those ones where you went in that at the end and you had had to do a bunch of challenges to earn time in there to grab money,
Yeah.
effectively.
Okay.
And
Anyway, enough
most
of
people
these.
lost and got a little free crystal.
Enough of these crystal shenanigans. We've got
So
to go.
Smoothie's
gotta
gonna
go.
see if Aurora will help him roll the dragon
Where do you want to roll him now?
somewhere safe, further into the ship.
I mean, you are currently in the basement.
I mean, somewhere more structurally safe.
Do you mean the engine room?
I do mean the engine room.
No, leave him down here, or bring him somewhere safe. The thing is, I think he needs some time to recuperate. So I would rather, while we are hunting for Anthony's vampires, put him somewhere safe where people can watch over him.
I mean, I could just lock the door.
Yeah, we could just bring
If you
him
wanna
home.
If you want to just push him into one of the cubicles, I can just lock the door so he'll be safe.
Yeah, but we could also just fly over to Brinchander and have his people watch over him while he recuperates.
I mean, we could.
And Nuru chimes in and goes like, "Oh, you could drop me off as well there. If you're going anyway."
Or I have like ideas for a system to stick some electrodes into that through that cork into the crystal and see what happens.
I really don't want to kill the dragon.
Smoothie doesn't want to kill him. He just sees a
just wants to
scientific experiment.
He wants to experiment on him without his consent. That is not ethical.
I want to experiment on the crystal and see what the crystal is.
Yeah, but that might affect him.
I also like that technically Smoothie could be talking about the dragon because he is also a crystal currently.
Smoothie is both talking about the outer crystal and the crystal in the dragon's hand and the dragon crystal all at the same time.
Excellent. But in such a vague way.
Why is the crystal there? What does the crystal do? What are the properties of this crystal? Can this, how do we reverse the crystallization?
I've seen
Can
something.
we crystallize other things? These are all important questions that science could get answers to.
No, this is an easy solve. We've already solved this problem. Anthony's gonna chime up with. See, we fixed the wolves by just breaking the crystal off them, and the wolves were fine. They were injured, but then they could be healed afterwards. All we have to do is destroy the crystal, and the dragon will be okay. That's
Wait, we have healed the wolves?
Yeah.
That's how the wolves are healed.
I feel like Anthony's remembering something that hasn't happened.
Yeah, no, the wolves are still in a bag.
No,
the
wolves are with Aminator.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that was where we left them, yes.
We saw the big wolf crystallize and stuff.
I would like to roll some sort of check to see if I agree with Anthony that just smashing the crystal would probably be a heal someone.
Smashing it.
Insight.
That's how it works.
I'm pretty sure this is an intelligence-based thing.
Oh my god! Sure, you.
That's why Anthony rolled intelligence.
I'm like, do I just roll base intelligence? Or
sure, go for it.
I mean, Andrew, you have to be happy because we're never going to get to the vampires today.
Yes.
Very quickly, Andrew, what would Melissa have to roll to make breakfast? Because she's in the kitchen right now while all this is happening.
Melissa, not giving a shit.
Breakfast salad.
Ooh.
Smooth. Fire you.
What's a fun rule?
Sleight of hand, survival.
Oh yeah, give me a sleight of hand and a survival.
Okay,
but you can choose not to roll it.
Okay, let's see.
Smoothie,
Sleight of hand. Melissa looks down at her front paws.
Who?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What does Melissa have? Paws?
The hooves.
Natural one for sleight of hand because she has
because claws because she's like a bit dragony, isn't she? Does
Either
she
way,
have
she
claws?
doesn't have opposable thumbs anymore.
Melissa is very weird. She's very spiky and very fluffy.
It's like, are you even a sheep?
Oh yeah, that's
like
an important
50%
point.
Dragon, 50% sheep.
Quick double point in your intelligence roll, Smoothie. You're like, huh.
He does have D10 to roll.
If he wants to.
I'm alright.
Your first thought is like, I don't know. He looks confident in himself, but he does seem to be just rattling off random stuff. And then you look down and you notice his backwards chicken legs, which you'd not noticed before.
Wait, who has backwards chicken legs?
Anthony. You were like so focused on your work that you were just ignoring him. But now that you're paying attention to Anthony, you've just suddenly noticed. You're like, I'm not sure about the... Is he right? And then you look down and you're just like staring at them. Anthony, you haven't noticed yet.
Anthony,
Uh-huh.
onto your legs.
They're weird, apparently.
No,
You look like this kind of horse thing that we had at back home. It ran on 2 legs.
Nice.
Why do you have backwards chicken legs? How are you walking?
Essentially, they look like
Backwards.
velociraptor legs.
Didn't know.
But then they're not backwards chicken legs, then they're just chicken legs.
Yeah, that's forwards chicken legs.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Because the thing that looks like a knee is basically just his heel, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a heel but really high up.
Yeah.
Okay.
The actual joint is like pretty much at the hip. But still, that's what it looks like. It looks like backward leg.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, didn't you see we all changed somewhat? My fur is a bit spiky now, and I have
Yeah.
horns.
I guess I just got weird legs.
I have weird eyes now.
I am faster now though.
Why is everyone else changing?
Oh, it's because like we got like covered in several gallons of dragon blood, I think.
Do I know my eyes have changed yet?
No. There isn't really a mirror anywhere on the ship.
I know
Wait, have
something.
they changed?
I know something else has changed.
Yeah, you know that. Also, yes, his eyes have changed.
What do
Smoothie
they look like?
is exactly the same.
But
For
what do his eyes look like now?
Like
the sort of like the white of the eyes is now red, and where the pupils would be is like various like yellow rings, essentially.
and
But your iris is the same?
it's like a slit instead of the standard circle.
Hey, you
Yeah.
have dragon eyes now. That's cool.
And
Oh,
then,
cool.
then Melissa comes down and is like, "Hey guys, I've made breakfast for everyone." And just there's so many spikes coming out of Melissa. And then Melissa walks off and you're like, all like,
Okay, I'm gonna write this all down. So, aside from looking like a sheep, what are all of the weird features about Melissa now? Could you list them? Because I wanna like
lots of spikes.
lots of spikes. How long are these spikes? Like, how big are they?
Essentially they'd be like a bit longer than like the end of the not fur. What is it? Wool.
The wool?
Yeah.
So they're just pointing out of the fluff, basically.
So she looks like basically a pillow with like pins sticking out of it.
Sort of, yeah.
Pin cushion, yeah.
Oh,
And dragon scales and stuff.
Yeah, obviously there'd be like instead of just like the normal hooves, there'd be like scaly and almost like what you'd imagine a dragon's hands to be, but without the fingers.
Okay. Okay, but no claws, essentially.
Yeah, at least not currently. Who knows what could happen?
Also, can Melissa try and walk in on her hind legs carrying the breakfast?
She can try.
Athletics.
Oh my
I go
god.
to Smoothie and hold out a little vial and go like, I have some dragon blood left if you want to try.
I'll drink it.
I'll drink it!
You already have stuff. Smoothie doesn't have stuff.
Smoothie's already
Wait,
full.
if Smoothie doesn't want it, can Schnitzel have it?
Smoothie's like sure and just douses himself in the dragon blood.
I was wondering what way that was gonna go once you said sure. I was like, is he just drinking it? Cause that. Okay, sure.
Rudy's like, I'm already like mostly dragon, right? Dumps it all over himself, like he's seasoning himself.
Also, Andrew's plan to slowly turn every single party member into a dragon is going swimmingly.
I mean, I think with that, everyone is gonna be a half dragon now.
That's not true. Schnitzel's not.
Oh yeah, sorry, that
best
party
character.
member Schnitzel.
Schnitzel is
What
not
about
a
the
party
hamster?
member.
And also,
Don't worry
Poyo.
about my NPCs.
Poyo's not half dragon. He's a Poyo.
Yeah.
He could be if he ate a dragon.
I've got a question. What's Barrock?
I don't know what that is.
Arok is the dwarven mage in Waterdeep who decides what dragon goes
Oh, right. Yes.
Right, okay. There we go. Because that's like other than Aminator, that's literally the only other note that I've written down.
Well, that's
in. Yeah,
more,
that's the
more notes than
dwarf
me.
we went to because of the eggs.
Just
Yes.
that one.
And he was like, kill it with Igni.
The reason Kerbo can't turn into a dragon is because Kerbo is like beyond the power level of a dragon.
Nothing
like the
can
final
make him
evolution
less
of
pure.
Pokemon.
Nothing can make him less.
Like dragon was his first.
I mean, ironically,
evolution.
color-wise, he is essentially just Mew.
That's true.
I've got a question. Would I know what the effect of drinking Elder Dragon blood would be?
No, you would not know that. How could you possibly know that?
In your vast experience with elder dragons.
So we're gonna go save my family, or we're just gonna keep splashing dragon blood on each other?
Well, yeah, I would say we like put Rutala somewhere where he's safe. Ideally, maybe his home, because he has a lot of people there who are loyal to him, I would guess.
Can't we just lock him up and go? Like he's not going anywhere. He seems perfectly fine in his
Yeah, but if our
crystal.
ship blows up or something, I don't know. Vampires are the last time they were a bit strong.
Weirdly, the ship's not very explodey. It'll probably like be more of a fleshy, gory thing that happens.
Ugh.
Yeah, but
like, the
what if
vampires won't be able to get through that crystal? Hell, even if the ship crashed, I think the crystal would stay intact.
But what if the ship gets humped again and he gets like scarred for life? I don't know.
Look, we all know he's clearly not mentally there anyway because of your weird magic-y spells.
Hey,
So it's all good.
If you want to
he's like,
talk
you
mental
probably need to
stuff-
keep him as an emergency power source. I mean, nothing.
We'll just lock him in his cell here, not in the engine room.
I
And then
absolutely
we'll go.
love that Dare's trying his hardest and just everyone's like, we just don't care.
Look,
And
time
is-
is of
is-
the essence. My family might be being killed as we speak. We gotta go.
Is Nuru by now strong enough that he can teleport?
I think so, if I remember
Okay.
correctly.
Can he just teleport with the crystal ball to Brinchanda?
He thinks he probably could. Quickly googling what teleport does again.
There's a
It's
slight
either
chance it will
creatures.
fail.
It's either creatures or an object, which is now a bit weird because
Both.
Rosella is kind of a creature and an object.
How heavy is it?
Pretty heavy. I'm not going to give you an exact weight because I'm terrible at weight.
If it's light enough to fit in a bag of holding, I've got a spare one.
I think it would
doesn't
be
fit
too.
through the opening.
Yeah, it would be slightly too wide.
Yeah, it's too large.
I
Yeah.
can-
Also,
Nuru,
how familiar are you with Bryn Shanda?
what Nuru?
Yeah.
Well, familiar enough. He was there a few times.
Nuru would know that there is a teleportation circle there.
And if he has this, if he knows the spell, he would have memorized the circle if he was allowed to. Which presumably, since they're working together, he might be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he knows that there is like a semi-secret teleportation circle.
So, yeah, Nuru suggests that. since he wants to go home anyway, or home, but back. Yeah. And as soon as he's back on track, I'm sure he'll reach out to you.
Yeah, looking at the spell, it looks like, in my opinion, it would work for what you're saying.
So you want to take him and go up Rinchanda. That's the plan.
Well, if your mission, whatever you're trying to do, something with her family, is like time is of the essence, then I guess that would be the most efficient way of me not wasting my time and him being in a safe space. Plus, since I have contracts with him, I want him alive to see them fulfilled.
I mean, yeah, but like, if you're bringing him with him, surely if we're in such a dire state where like we've all been killed and they've seized the ship, it's not really gonna matter if he can fulfill contracts with you, right? Because he's probably gonna survive that and we're not.
Hey,
What?
does this dragon thing
It
have...
doesn't matter. Just sure, use your teleport thing. Bring your boy over to wherever. Anthony doesn't know how any of this is working,
No, the emergency power source. I mean, nothing.
and we'll get going.
Does this dragon thing have thoughts? Does it think?
That is a hard question to answer right now.
Did it answer any of your messages? If no, then it doesn't think.
Just because it can't answer doesn't mean it can't think.
Because I think message actually needs at least a whisper. But
Because it can't talk doesn't mean it can't think.
well, use detect thoughts and see what happens.
You turn around while the teleportation argument's been happening, and Smoothie's like hooked up some stuff to the cork and has like a little meter checking how much magical energy is coming out of this crystal.
You can see
And
you
it's
can
like-
see like the needle like ding 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 ding.
It's like flipping back and forth, hitting the top of the chart. Just like, wow, that is a lot of power.
And then he just notices that Dave's looking at him again.
I will cast detect thoughts.
Sure, you cast detect thoughts. Apart from anything, there's a lot of thoughts around you.
Specifically, what's generally what are people thinking?
Be more
with-
specific. Like, who are
Do you
you
want the surface
focusing?
thoughts of people?
Yeah, do you want
Yeah,
the
you-
surface thoughts of every single person in the room?
No,
Yeah.
you have to focus on one, I think.
You do,
You
but you
could-
can focus on like one at a time. Like
Yeah,
you jump
but-
between like I don't know,
I will listen to
Melissa,
the
then
thoughts
Dad,
of.
and so on.
I will listen to the surface thoughts of Smoothie first.
Smoothie is like sitting there looking at the meter, going, "Oh my god, how far and how fast could we travel? I think I could like get to warp speed with this. This would be amazing. Oh shit,
Yeah.
I can't let anyone know that I'm thinking about doing this."
Now the thoughts of Anthony.
He's just like, I just really want to go save my family. I want to go right now. I don't care about all of this stuff. Like, sure, the dragon seems fine. We just need to get out of here. Oh, why
No,
is it taking so long?
Now of day.
What is basically so probably like first nodding along and inside go like, yeah, that seems like a really good idea from Nuru, blah blah blah, and then it's like turning around to seeing Smoothie doing that stuff with the cork. It's like, what is he doing? I hope that doesn't kill the dragon. I really he doesn't. Why? Smoothie, why?
It's just like
No.
lots of panicking.
I will then focus in deeply on the dragon crystal thing. I will look intently at it.
Right.
But everyone else, you just see me looking around generally. And
Just staring at a person, then the
like
next person.
The slime is just looking at you like, and telepathies you. Are you casting detect thoughts?
No.
It seems that's how I do it when I do it. Are you doing that?
Staring at people.
No.
Okay.
This is my constipation face.
You take 7 psychic damage as your mind is flooded with just so much information.
7 psychic.
Yeah. But you get the feeling there's definitely thought. There was just a lot.
That feels better.
It's like, no slime, I'm not. Then you focus on the dragon and you're just like, ah!
Nuru would turn also to the slime like, do you want to come with?
Sure.
No, you can't do that, Joseph.
Okay.
The slime also, like Nuru, is currently in a contract of sorts.
Yeah,
with the
I thought
dragon.
it was like gotta go with there to like teleport back to Brinchander.
No,
That's
it's Nuru that's going to Brinchander.
Yeah.
It is
Nuru was the one asking.
Yeah. You've gotten confused, Andrew.
Yes.
The slime was leaving the party.
Oh
You
no!
said the slime.
No,
You've just
the
said the
slime
slime's
must
not
now
allowed to leave. You've just
must
told them
now
the slime can't leave.
The slime must now stay.
I was
with-
offering you an out so all the NPCs can leave.
Yes, but then
No,
Joseph said
the
the wrong
slime
name.
The slime must now stay, and it's all good.
So,
Oh
I
no, the
will-
slime has melted and died. Oh,
Welcome
damn.
aboard the SS Vampire Killer.
I will say
Slime.
to everyone, the dragon thing has thoughts, and I'm
Does
now
it?
no longer constipated.
Could you see if, like, it's thinking that it's definitely okay for me to experiment on it?
Smoothie's like, look at its thoughts again. Just double check.
Double check. Constipation face.
It hurts even more.
How much
You get
damage?
anything?
10
10.
psychic damage.
Would I have been able to discern anything at all if I just tried to stay the damage out for a bit?
If you want to do that, you can continue to focus, like try
Yeah.
to through the damage.
Yeah. So yeah.
The
How mu-
slime suggests that it's immune to psychic damage and can do this exactly the same way.
Fucking Joseph cheating with the slime.
Yeah,
Look,
go for it,
it's
slime.
not my fault. The slime's here.
So am I able to discern anything?
It is essentially. It's still very hard to tell, but it's like you're watching. Like flashes of something, like someone's life or memories, but like in like really fast succession.
The
Okay.
giant nosebleed from Libra.
As he's like, no, I will stay focused.
Yeah. I'll stay focused a tiny bit more.
What are you trying to focus on?
See if it wants to be turned back into a normal dragon, and if it's all right with what we were doing before with the crystal, i.e., trying to take it off.
Okay, in that case, what's the thing for the spell again?
It's like a wisdom save if you're resisting it.
It's less resist and more that is like the diving deeper.
It's DC 18.
Okay.
There's a contested intelligence check in there, and the spell description. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, never mind. It's a wisdom save. I read the wrong part.
Okay, Lawrence, can you make me a wisdom save?
Okay, I'm all right at those. 10. I presume that fails.
Yeah, you can keep trying.
I'll keep.
Just like every time you try, you're taking the psychic damage.
You could just have the slime do this. For
Okay.
no You're melting your rope.
What was your save DC? It was 18, wasn't it?
18.
So that's 17 is not enough.
Are you going to kill yourself trying to figure out the thoughts?
Hey,
19.
Yay! So only one more.
I mean, that'll make it much easier if Smoothie wants to jump him. Just saying.
I mean, Smoothie is now looking at a weakened enemy.
he's he's watching all the blood pour out of his nose,
blood trickling down his nose, coming out of his eyes and ears.
Melissa eats her Cocoa Pops.
Where did you get those from, Melissa? Oh.
The cupboard.
And then everyone else is like, we don't have cupboards.
Oh.
We don't have a kitchen on this ship, actually.
Yeah. No.
They're Mind Flayer Cocoa Pops. They're mini brains.
It's weird because, Melissa, you did go into the kitchen.
They're just small little rat brains.
What we do have a kitchen. It's just through that door, and the doors are just gone. Do 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 do.
You know what? That is literally what happened. Why
So,
not?
With a 19 on my save.
With a 19, you dive deep enough that you essentially... It's a bit like you've weathered the storm and got to the eye.
You realise where Melissa got the Cocoa Pops from. Sorry, go on.
You've entered the kitchen.
That's what they call the fourth dimension, the kitchen.
Kitchen of the brain.
People that is.
For everyone outside, his face is just like covered in blood, and it's just like he has just zoned out. He is gone. Lawrence, you have a chance. Standing in front of you is what seems to be the dragon. You have a chance to ask one question. So,
How much damage is he taking?
what? A lot of damage. While he's thinking for a second, what's everyone else's reaction?
34. He's taken like 34 damage, Graham.
I will ask,
Okay.
would you be okay with us removing the crystal? I have resurrection if you die.
You get the response that resurrection would not work. Currently, we are in symbiosis.
Okay.
So was
Thank
that
you.
no in the first part?
I think so.
I didn't hear a no.
It's implicit.
I mean, if
Just
they don't
leave the
say-
dragon alone.
I did want to give a vague answer to that.
I will leave the mind space of the dragon.
Excellent. You could have potentially stayed longer, but the dice would have went to higher than a D10.
How are you feeling? Do you need any heals from your local cleric?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm absolutely fine.
Yeah, you just have a headache.
Rubbing the blood away with his sleeve.
Sleeve just now covered in blood.
If you were to give a percentage of how hurt you feel, do you have a...
Oh, I'm feeling tip-top.
Nuru is like yawning and going like, are you done with your like bleeding?
Your friend is in a symbiotic relationship with the diamond thing, so don't push it any further.
Okie dokie. And he
And the slime will
gets-
jump up to like join you.
yeah, and then he casts and disappears.
Ironically as well, Nuru probably also would have had a much easier time. Ironically,
Yeah.
both NPCs could have done that. But yeah, so... Boop. And boop. I really wanted to delete the walrus.
How dare you? The walrus is the most important part of the team.
Just
The walrus
Any-
could have gone with him if he wanted to.
Walrus
but-
Never.
accidentally gets
He must-
taken.
The walrus must stay with us.
Does any
So,
like how
we're-
long does it take for any of us to ever remember the walrus exists? Because I think it's like been about 4 sessions since anyone remembered that walrus existed.
No, I know it's there. I always leave it on the ship.
So we're going to
With
kill
precious-
vampires, right?
Yes, we're going to kill vampires.
Let's go.
Melissa,
What?
should you not contact your friend about fulfilling his side of a contract?
That's true. We do need Jock to go help us find and kill some vampires.
Oh yeah, I contact Jacques. However, I do that.
So Melissa's like, yeah, I can do that, and then just like strain face of like contact. I don't know how to do this.
I just sit there for a moment in silence, and I just raise my my front leg, and just like act like I'm dialing a phone, like beep boop 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 boop, and I just wait.
After some straining, the contract magically appears in front of you.
Oh, there we are. Okay, I tap it.
You tap it.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello,
It creates a connection
Jacques,
between basically everyone who has signed the contract and Jock.
Jacques.
I
We need your help.
I believe we finished the contract.
So
No,
now
we
what?
finished that ages ago. We need to go. We need your help for killing vampires. That's what we need your help for.
Yeah.
Well, finding also first.
Is the Book of Smoothie holy enough to defeat the vampires?
Ironically, Smoothie is one of the few people who doesn't have his own book. He just has the main one.
What
Yeah,
about the
there's
Book of
one-
Melissa?
Pulling a book out.
I mean, at the moment, technically there is a book of Smoothie because Smoothie's the only one with the actual book.
Yeah,
Everyone else
that-
is like
that-
weird bastardizations.
That's what I mean. Like, Smoothie's the only one who doesn't have their own book. He has just the actual book.
Does like from start to finish the book actually contain again like
That's
like
a
at what point of the
good
story?
question.
Can Jock just appear?
After he's heard them say that the contract has been complete, yes, he can.
I would say that I said we completed
Yeah.
the
Sure,
contract.
like a weird line appears in the air, and then a rift through to like fire and death appears, and then Jock steps through as like the giant sort of devil.
Ah, hey, Jacques.
It's just like
Hey.
from behind him, you can just hear screams of horror and pain, and then the portal closes.
Sorry, I was working another job. But you
Yeah.
guys
Aye.
take priority. You all take priority.
Jock
Aw.
looks up and suddenly the group is like 90% half dragon now.
I missed you. I come up to Jacques.
Also, Melissa's become a sheep.
Yeah, don't hug her.
Melissa,
Well, that he knows. He sees
Hi.
her as a
I
sheep.
raise it.
come on, Hen. When were you a sheep?
Oh, I always was.
But you didn't look like a sheep before. You didn't look like this.
Oh, a wizard did it.
A wizard did it.
Yeah.
That's always the reason. A wizard did it.
And then I died. And now I'm a sheep again.
Ah,
And I also have these, and I show him my dragon scales and spikes.
you've all been up to some random shite.
Yeah.
Space that does that to you. That's
You want some Cocoa Pops?
Wait, looks at them. Sure.
Okay, I give him a bowl of Cocoa Pops.
Oh, they're delicious. So much
For
better than the shit in hell.
For reference, I'm staying far away from the Cocoa Pops.
Ah. I miss like living food. Alright, what do you need me for?
Well, we've completed the contract.
Oh, where is it? Where's the little tyke?
I will take out
He's
the
tech-
bottle of dust and hand it over. Does
You
Jock...
disintegrated it.
Well, it attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
We did try to not murder it, but then he did shoot a ray of death at it. That is what happened.
It was about to kill me.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
I had it pinned on the ground, and it was in a big sphere that was impenetrable.
And it was shooting fire at me.
And
We just calmed it
Smoothie,
down.
yeah, Smoothie
second-
would specifically remember that it had started to calm down.
Like
Yeah,
I had
Smoothie will
literally
chime up.
calmed it down the second beforehand.
Andrew, can you answer my question a second
Oh, sorry.
that I've sent to you?
Keep role playing as I respond to that.
Sure. Jock's like looking down at the dust, the poor thing. And you say that he just like killed it in cold blood when it was like perfectly fine with you all.
I mean,
It
that
seemed
is
scared, but
that is what happened.
A lovable little baby. It couldn't do anything wrong.
It did spew some fire at us, but you know.
It almost killed me.
So Jock's gonna open the jar and like go towards the front of the ship.
What
like
are you
up,
doing
up
there,
and out,
Joe?
or
Yeah, up and out to the front hem of the ship where you can look out over the house grounds.
I guess I'll just see what Jock's up to.
I'll follow.
I think we'll all follow probably.
And so I should move him onto the ship, shouldn't I?
I will remain at the back of the group.
Schnitzel the walrus will follow.
Roll 20 is being actual garbage.
Yeah, it's really
Shock
slow.
and horror.
Mm.
If you're bringing Schnitzel, why don't you do a bit of role play? How does Schnitzel feel about all this?
Do
the voice.
I don't remember the voice.
The voice
Well,
was
somewhere between Swedish
I don't-
and German.
I don't know
Yeah,
what voice you did for him.
it was the voice like this with Schnitzel.
What? I don't know if I can do that voice. I'm
Do-
not very good at voices.
Do the voice. It is Schnitzel. Schnitzel the walrus.
I am Schnitzel the walrus.
See, that's up perfect.
Oh no. Bad things are happening.
Oh, this session instantly got better.
So, you see Jock walk out past the thing, take the jar, open the jar, throw the ashes into the air, and they reform into the dragon creature, which then, flies off.
Oh no.
And he's like, "Go on, little one. Go do your."
Terrible things are happening.
How far away is it when it reforms?
Is
Oh.
about to have to make a dex save?
I mean, yeah, definitely would be within range.
Can it make a dex save?
In response to him trying to cast a spell at it. Give me a second. I'm trying to get to my sheet for this fucking thing.
Oh no, there's this Mexican standoff happening. It's like, I'm alive! And then looks back at Libra pointing at it.
A black ray is an inch away from it just as it reforms, like, yay, I'm alive. Oh.
Leaprix, what's your armor class?
My AC is
I think this has to be like an initiative roll, right?
It's
See
like
just who
no, I do
goes
it in
first.
response. It's a
Alright.
response I have.
My AC is 14.
Once Roll20 ever loads this character sheet,
No, no roll 20 for you.
yeah, no, Roll20's dead. I shoot Liebrecht and he counters his spell.
Hmm. How early is
dragon
it
fl-
in the morning, or is it like what
Uh,
time
I've
is it?
just woken up, right?
it would be like 8-ish by now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try closing this down and I'm gonna close Roll20 and I'll be back in a second.
So just speak out then what you're doing.
Yeah, so in response I shoot Liebrecht and if I hit him it counters his spell.
So would
Or
that
one.
just be a standard attack roll?
Yeah, it's a standard attack roll with the gun.
Jock has probably at least plus 10 or something, right?
It has plus 13.
So it's basically almost impossible
Well,
for him to
Oh my
miss.
god, a crit!
You got a 33, Graham. Graham, you got a
Sure.
33 with a nat 20.
Sure, so that deals that much damage to Liebrecht and his spell doesn't happen.
I think Liebrecht is unconscious.
So smoothie, seeing this opportunity.
But which damage type are you doing? Of acid / cold / fire / lightning / poison.
Give me a second. So there are how many options? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna
Each
roll
of the
a D6.
chromatic.
Why not a d10 and do it in increments of 2?
So it deals cold damage
So
Okay.
a freezing beam fires out of the gun that is attached to Jock's arm.
with my counter shot.
Is that weird thing Jock on the ship?
The
Could
one that's standing at the edge, yeah.
Yeah, because I can't make out at all what it's supposed to be.
It's a devil. Don't worry about it.
It's a gun with a person behind it.
Oh,
I'm zooming in on this to actually get a good look at what the picture
Yeah,
is.
it's a Digimon.
It's
You beat
Beel-
It is a
Beelzemon.
Digimon. That's because all Digimon are guns. We all know this.
Yeah.
now I
exact-
can. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could. Yeah, never mind.
That's my one use of that for the day.
The counter spell gun.
Yeah.
Let the big bad evil guy for the next campaign escape. That's fine.
So yeah, it flies off with Jock being like, "Go, live your life, be a good little dragon."
So since we're all following, does Smoothie see this?
Yeah, Smoothie would have followed and seen this. I was just couldn't move anything with my Roll20.
But how does Smoothie react to the whole like, hey, that guy has attempted to murder the tiny baby dragon again and is now completely fucked.
Smoothie's certainly not going to help Liebrecht.
What's Liebrecht's HP like after that?
0.
Ah, excellent. So yeah, he's just like blasted to the ground.
The walrus will, because the walrus is the kindest of us all. The walrus will approach and try and do a
Smoothie's like,
medicine
no,
check.
let him heal if he wants to heal. Don't do anything.
Unless you can somehow guarantee you're gonna get a nat 1. Damn.
17 for the walrus, because the walrus is like a nice person.
Does Smoothie have to go stab a bitch?
The walrus stabilizes him.
There you go.
Fucking walrus.
Liebrecht says nothing because he's still unconscious.
That is accurate, yes.
So now we can go shopping in peace, and then we go. No. Do we?
Oh, we're a party member down now.
Yeah, but we have
Well,
Jock.
we've replaced him with Jock. Well done, Jock. You've replaced Liebrecht for this mission.
Is
Honestly,
there stuff we need to get before heading out to fight? Like, I think somebody said the light would be good. Can we make sunlight somehow?
I mean,
I mean, I
can
can
just
make sunlight, but is there...
and I have these sunstones, I guess, but
Someone had holy water.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I have a couple of vials of holy water as well.
I think Lawrence has a barrel of holy water.
Actually, I have 8 vials of holy water. I tell a lie.
Actually, that is right. Lawrence did bring a barrel of holy water onto this ship.
Yeah, I also have 3 flasks of holy water as well.
Also,
you have a lot of holy water.
Also, because we've just done nothing this session except for try and kill the dragon.
Um,
Can I come over to Poyo, and can I try and speak to Poyo because I now understand all languages, because I speak to him through Key now.
You know what's gonna happen.
I know, but I just thought I'd try.
Poyo, good news! I can understand you now. Poyo?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but I don't know. If we don't need anything, I guess we can leave. But we also wanted to try to catch some of them, right?
Well, we're trying to catch them if they're my family, so we can cure them. Ideally, we might be able to catch all of them to cure them. We have a lot of holding cells.
Or we get where they're hiding and I rip the roofs off and let them die in the blazing of sunlight.
But capturing vampires is not an easy feat. We're gonna need like manacles and rope, definitely, and stakes. We're gonna need lots of wooden stakes actually, because they can paralyze vampires.
Ooh, rope
We do
stick?
go shopping.
I was making a bad joke.
So we might actually need to get wooden stakes. Is actually something we might need for paralyzing the vampires.
And I guess we go into town and gather supplies before we leave, so Andrew doesn't have to think of vampires at the moment.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine. You've got half an hour left. And
Exactly.
the fact is, as you correctly pointed out, you still have to find them.
That's true. And then I guess we can just head off in roughly whatever direction we thought they left in.
Oh, yeah.
Does the shopping take about an hour?
I mean, it depends on what you do.
Smoothie points out he has this flask that is used for trapping things.
Is it
That's
usable?
useful.
Is there anything inside?
Andrew, is there anything inside?
You believe that there was something inside of it. You
How many
just
things
not
can
looked.
be stored inside of this?
One at a time? But we could let this one out, see what it is, and then we could like trap the other thing in.
It's a good point. It would be useful for at least one of them. It would save us buying an extra steak, I guess.
I mean, we could trap the head one in it.
Yeah,
You know, the one that almost murdered you.
Yeah, that
can't
seems-
possibly go toe to toe with.
that's actually a pretty good idea. Sure. What's inside it at the minute?
Andrew fucking rushing to get the stat block.
I don't know. Smoothie opens the flask.
Yeah, Andrew.
On the ship? Like,
Just in front of everyone.
within the
Well, no, well,
ship?
sorry, we are all standing sort of like, we should all be out here looking on to whatever the fuck
Okay.
Philip was doing. With
Schnitzel's
like an
just
unconscious Liebricht on the floor.
helping Liebricht out, so he's further away from this thing, whatever it is.
Time slows down enough that Andrew can very quickly do something.
Oh, time stop power's getting stronger.
Yes,
Is that what's
you
happening?
notice time slowing down.
Yeah, you just see like Smoothie be like, I don't know.
Let's
Yeah.
uncork this.
If only there was a way to figure out what's inside without
there?
unstoppering it.
Uh,
Nah, that's not a thing.
It's too late now.
It's too late as he's unstoppering it.
It's in slow motion though.
I didn't honestly had no clue.
I didn't know either, but
I mean, there's got to be a way to do it. Literally just so I can make a token. So where are you opening? Like, where you are, like, on the front of the ship?
Yeah, I'm just gonna open it.
Oh, that's big.
Let's just
What?
check I got the size right.
Well, at least we know it'll definitely be able to contain the vampire.
Uh,
If it can contain something this large.
I don't know what this is.
yeah.
I don't know either.
Jock, can you give me a advantage history or arcana?
It looks a bit angely, but
But first off,
And anyone else can give me, like... Actually, or religion. So basically, Jock gets that with advantage. Anyone else can make a history, arcana, or religion.
history was an option, or
Yeah.
religion. I'm much better at history. Nice.
Okay, so Anthony knows what this is.
D4 to Smoothie. Smoothie got 20.
Smoothie knows what it is.
I have 18.
18 is not enough.
Plus, it would be surprising if he knew.
Yeah, it's very convenient for me that you didn't, with the character who shouldn't know shit. I mean,
Well, it could be a very, you could be giving just like very, very, very high level, like you have heard of people talk about people with
yeah,
wings before.
that's pretty much how I fix any, like, dare-related issues. You've heard a lot of weird stories in the pub.
So when you had the psychic crystal embedded in you, for a brief moment you got access to the Mind Flayers database, and you learnt about.
That would be a way as well, yeah.
We were babbling about something once.
Did you do one for Jock as well?
Yeah, Jock's is the first one, sorry. Jock is the history check at the top. I just forgot to change names.
Ah, right.
Jock only got 17 with advantage.
Ah, and so... Right,
He only has a +2.
I didn't notice the second one, so it was the 60
Yeah.
and then the +4 to 20. Yeah.
Yeah, so Smoothie is at 20.
Okay, so Anthony...
Anthony surprisingly the highest roll there.
Yeah, well, Anthony has, like, heard a lot of stories. And Smoothie's, like, heard a lot of stories as well. And this thing is putting out a lot of evil energy. And it has a... Like, it looks almost like... It couldn't be, though. It looks like a thing you've heard of called Pazuzu,
But
which is like one of the ancient evils of the universe.
Oh, I'm not awake to see it.
In fact, he's from before this universe.
Smoothie's response to seeing this happen is like, just to be like, oh, hi, we freed you.
Ah, fresh air.
Why
you
do
doing?
we always unleash unspeakable evil on the one? Why is that our thing?
But only with the best intentions.
Time is it
Hi,
in the day now?
Pazuzu.
You know what they say about the road to hell, right?
Yeah, it is paved with good intentions.
What time is it in the middle of the day now?
It's like 10 o'clock. Like, it's like 10 a.m.
It's
We
like
have done nothing.
Still the morning.
it's like
Yeah,
the
we-
morning. It's been a very
Pazuzu's
short
been
amount of
summoned,
time.
and
We've-
we've still
we
got
sum-
a balls. Sorry, go.
We summoned Pazuzu in like an hour.
So how does everyone respond to this?
I asked Pazuzu, how you doing? What do you want?
Ah, 1 second. You see him wave his hand, and it's almost like you see the world fracture around you, and then there's like a break between the flask and him, and he's like, that's not happening again.
So
He just cast Wish.
that he couldn't be
himself
sealed back into the
Yes.
flask.
Interesting,
So
because Smoothie's next move had been planned to just like put the flask back out and hope that worked.
so my main man Pazuzu.
Ah, you've
Uh,
heard of me.
Yeah, your reputation precedes you, oh great and powerful one. We, of course, all here are, like, very down for all of this, because look around at your company, we're all, like, weird dragon and devil people.
Oh no! Don't say we're following another god. That we have already too many of those.
It's just shush you.
Smoothie's like kind of like, I don't know if I could be here for this. You're
Uh,
welcome for being released.
who-
Nice to meet you. We need to use this flask for other purposes. Have fun with your time. And Smoothie will attempt to back through the door.
Ah, wait just a moment. Was it you who freed me?
Yeah, I opened the cork.
You see him wave a hand, and you feel a burning sensation on your hand, and then he says, "Goodbye," and then does some sort of magic, and is gone.
Well,
Oh?
why do we keep unleashing unspeakable evils on the world?
Is that not the first one?
You have contained one unspeakable evil.
So,
Um,
well
Is that
done,
Liebrecht?
Smoothie. You now have the favour of Pazuzu and a very powerful lich.
Fucking hell.
Andrew, I'm just
And
gonna.
is also the scion of a religion.
Yeah.
Rudy's like the chosen one for so many random chaotic
do a
things.
wisdom save. Okay. Okay, that's a 21. Melissa goes, "Are we the baddies?"
What just happened?
Poof.
Smoothie looks at his burning hand. What's going on here?
Hey Jock, do you want to like maybe make Smoothie the chosen of whatever you're like doing? Can you just choose him for something like basketball coach?
I snore very loudly and roll over.
We've got to make him the chosen one of as many things as possible now.
On the back of your hand, Smoothie, there is like an emblem of a wing.
How am I going to explain this to the boss man?
Wait, did Pazuzu just vanish? Or...
Yes.
Yeah, he just fucking disappeared.
What the hell is a
Is it-
Pazuzu?
Oh, it's like okay, Dare. So basically, ancient evil beyond before time itself occurred, and we just saw
Smoothie
it. And it was
Smoothie refers back to yesterday's lecture, to the part at the beginning where like the true gods existed, and then goes, so if you want to go a little bit further back,
Yeah, you remember when I was talking about how there was things older than the current gods? Yeah, that.
yeah.
I mean,
so like
he was only CR25.
horrifically powerful being.
Probably also effectively immortal, like demons that just or devils that just respawn in hell and stuff.
It's pretty.
That's a weird one because he's technically a demon, but he's not because he's an Oberon or however you
Yeah,
say it.
He's the original. He's of
Yeah.
the original demon race. Like he's not the new tier of demon. He's like the flesh warpers.
OG demon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
weirdly,
And the
because of-
original Demon King, who's still technically somewhere in the abyss.
weirdly not actually able to reform in the same way as current demons that are way weaker than it. Because
This
you
is-
could actually kill primordials and original gods.
This
in a way
is
you
tr-
can't kill current devils, demons, and stuff.
this is
I think
true, but
Dem-
usually they have like multiple avatars and stuff. Or
I think
have
demons you
interest.
can kill, right?
Only
It's just devils that reform.
You can kill demons on their home plane, but if demons leave
devils,
their home
but
No,
plane,
demons?
they...
devils and demons have the same
Yeah.
Or
deal.
both.
yeah, they
Okay.
they're all
yeah.
the same.
In fact, lots of outer planar
I
beings
believe
work
angels
like that.
technically work the same way as well.
Yeah. It's hard to kill outer planar beings not on their plane.
Which does explain the new addition to the dragon lore that when you kill a dragon, potentially it just reforms in a way on the material plane.
Because technically dragons are originally outer-planar beings in the same way, but have become. But yeah, Smoothie is very
if
much.
I become more dragon, then does that apply to me as well?
If we
Maybe?
evolve into more dragons and then we decide to live in like Elysium and someone kills us, then do we just respawn on the material plane?
It's not that simple, but yes.
Sorry, Graham, you were saying what does Smoothie do?
Smoothie is very not. Smoothie's like, I really need to stop just doing things. I need to think things through. Oh God,
Well-
why did I not think that through?
Well done, Smoothie. You're now the scion of unspeakable evil that's undead, and a god who was thought to be previously dead. You are just like on fire with this whole like making friends with things that should either be dead or imprisoned forever.
There is just like, okay, unstoppering, like taking the stopper out of flasks is bad. Either weird bad dragon babies come back or Pazuzus.
Oh,
Okay.
but-
That is what just happened. 2 flasks brought 2 things.
Flasks are
Ev-
evil. Okay.
if Smoothie if Dare ever walks into a kitchen, he just sees all the like corked spices. He's just terrified.
He never opens a potion ever again.
He's just like,
No, we need to get like screw top
you
Potion
get
bottles.
screw top potion bottles.
So
the screw top can be evil.
Get like metal caps on them, you know, like Coke cans.
So should we go and get steaks?
We should probably go get steaks. And we
Yeah, it is getting
And-
close to lunchtime.
oh God.
Just make that joke over and over.
Smoothie is gonna go somewhere and pray to Aminator and be like, "Hey, buddy, I'm really sorry about what just happened."
Wait, what do you mean? What happened?
So I opened a flask.
Worry not. I'm sure it isn't that bad.
It was Pazuzu,
Oh. Oh.
Sorry.
and then he like marked me and then left.
Well. Okay.
Minato sounds so defeated.
Exchange was
sounds-
incredible.
He sounds so defeated.
Like, who did I choose as my chosen?
I
No.
didn't
like-
mean for this to happen. I
This
never mean for these things to happen. They
Sketchiest
just keep
chosen
happening.
I've ever had.
It's okay. Aminator's got another chosen he can choose. Someone
Yes.
who
Dare. Like
Dare,
totally
who
skipping
doesn't-
over Anthony, who is also one.
And also Dare, who doesn't even really
Yeah.
like promote him or believe it. Nah,
Yeah,
it turns out
that-
Schnitzel is actually the most devout follower.
Yeah, then
Smoothie's
Dare
just stop.
Dare changes his sorcerer subclass again to divine, the divine soul one.
Soul.
How many sorcerer subclasses can we get you through?
Would be nice if they were on top of one another,
Yes, Dare becomes level
just stacking.
100.
Dare becomes the level 100 sorcerer.
Oh no, just all the subclass thingies happening at the same time.
That would be interesting and very weird.
It would.
Just you get the subclass thing for each sorcerer level for the time that you wear that sorcerer type. So it's like your level 1 to whatever.
Oh,
is your
yeah.
type of sorcerer. Then the
So I
levels.
wouldn't-
That's a more balanced version of what might happen.
Oh, I want all of them at the same time.
That
Yeah,
reminds me
he
of a-
wants all the level 2s at the same or level 1s at the same time, all the level 6s and all the level 10s and 14.
That reminds me of a weird concept that I thought of for a different game where you level up every single class at once, and once per long rest you can swap classes.
So you were playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, you get
Okay.
you get every single class, and you can swap them out once a day essentially. It'd be just
So when
interesting
you-
to see what people did.
When you go shopping, do you
That feels
leave
like
my
that's
body
making
there?
a lot of character sheets.
Oh, yeah, we
No,
put you
no,
in the
no.
bed and then
Of
it's
course.
fine.
No, of course. because you're an important part of like we have to sort of explain stuff
No.
to you. Schnitzel, the ever helpful walrus, will carry you on his back
Okay.
so that we can explain things to you when you wake up.
So the character who can't walk very well carries you on his back.
It's more like dragging, but you know, he's trying to be nice.
How rough is the ground, and if it's rough enough to cause damage, do I die on the way?
No, you're on his back. It's just it looks weird to everyone else.
And Liebricht's weirdly okay with that.
Schnitzel the walrus is the best of us all.
So, how many steaks can we find? Just to get the shopping out before next episode.
Yeah.
So you go steak shopping.
We go steak shopping, and then we also look for wooden steaks after we're full.
After we eat our 10-course steak dinner.
Lunch takes an
Smoothie
hour.
requires something to take his mind off of how much he's like a fuck up.
You should go to church.
Yeah, Smoothie's gonna go to church.
There's a big banner up. Opening day.
The Scion has sponsored us.
And you can see Ebenezer.
I forgot about him.
Classic Ebenezer.
I presume lunch takes at least an hour.
By the time they're like into the center of town, you regain consciousness.
I'd tell you missed Pazuzu.
Damn it, I had a favor to ask him. Please ignore that. I continue. I get off the back of my good friend
Schnitzel?
Schnitzel,
You smell a bit fishy.
Oh, you're welcome.
and I bow slightly and say thank you.
Not a problem. And then Schnitzel waddles to join beside Anthony.
Ooh,
I
I forgot
think-
Smoothie swallowed the ooze.
I then say, what did I miss?
Yeah, Pazuzu, Smoothie released Pazuzu and became the chosen of another ancient powerful thing.
Damn it, I wanted to ask him a question. Or a favor. Anyway, I take
If you want to ask a question or a favor, Smoothie's the guy to talk to about Pazuzu.
I recline to Pazuzu.
Anyway, I take out a vial of Elder Dragon blood, and I drink it.
Man, I didn't know you were that hungry.
Con save?
There we go.
And dead. With
Wow.
a spike explosion coming out of his stomach.
9.
Alright, you're gonna take some damage.
Yeah, and go instantly unconscious because I'm at.
Sure, I'm not even gonna bother rolling then.
What happens?
So-
What do we see occur? He gets up. It says like, what
he
did I
downs
miss?
the dragon
Pazuzu.
blood, vomits,
He
and
drinks
falls to the
blood.
floor.
Schnitzel will like waddle around the vomit and then start
Ugh.
patching him up again.
Sure, come on, get that nat 1. Damn
13.
it. Sure, he is stable
Let me
once
heal-
again.
Let me heal you up, just slamming a medical kit into.
There will be repercussions of that, but yes,
And then
he
and then
vomits
Smooth-
some of the dragon blood, some of his own blood.
and then Smoothie puts him on his back again. Sorry,
what you mean.
Schnitzel, yeah.
But
And then comes
So
back.
anyway,
So steak wise, you know that you could
medium.
fair. You know that once you've had your meal, you could probably head to the 100% legit vampire club, and probably just like more or less take their supplies.
Good. Do they have like garlic steaks, stuff like that?
Oh
They have
yeah,
all...
they make garlic bread there a lot because they bought a lot of garlic.
Is that what their main like? I feel like that's their main source of income. Is they just sell a lot of garlic bread.
Yeah.
Do they have items that make light, as in daylight?
No. They
No, they're
are not that
They're-
competent.
They're not a competent vampire
I-
hunting guild.
They
Then
ha-
Dare will go to a magic item shop.
I just got an idea. Melissa has the Tavern Brawler feat.
Mm-hmm.
How much damage would a piece of garlic bread do to a vampire if you hit it with it?
You just have to wrap your hands in garlic cloves and then.
I
Or
guess.
just
Garlic
coat our
based,
weapons with
knuckle
garlic
dusters.
sauce.
I guess whatever damage the unarmed thing would do, but doubled.
I'll
Yeah.
follow Dare to the magic item shop because I'm looking for something that might help with the whole. Because last time everybody got charmed and that was our problem.
Yeah, but didn't the Fizbin say that should not be an issue anymore because of Aurora? I think he said something like that.
1 second, because Joseph's going to the magic shop, and because Schnitzel's following Joseph, does that mean by extension I'm with Joseph when he goes to the magic shop?
Yes.
Yes.
But unconscious.
Yes, yes. Covered in,
No, but-
presumably partly covered in blood?
Andrew,
Yeah.
was that a thing? Did Fizbin say something
Yes,
about
he
or
did.
Is that not that the charm thing not being an issue anymore because of Aurora?
He said, "Don't worry about it." He was very
Okay.
vague on it.
I asked Aurora about any abilities that might help with that.
Oh yeah, I'm immune to that.
Can you extend that to everybody else or like help everyone
I
break
think
out
so.
of it?
This scarf is very magic.
Oh,
neat.
so
I too have a cool magic scarf. It's just a tentacle.
It waves. Hey, you should not be alive still.
magic item shop.
It's beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about. It's the most majestic thing I've ever held.
Ah, hello there. This hurts my throat. How can I help you?
Do you have things that make daylight specifically?
That's true. We do need a lot of those.
Ah, you mean something like this? He pulls out a sword, like a hilt of a sword. Then, like, a beam of light comes off from it.
I mean, not. Do any of us use swords?
Do any of you use swords? Can any of us
Schnitzel,
effectively
can
use
you
swords?
can you use swords?
I can use swords.
If it's a short sword, you can actually use it, Anthony.
Is it a
but-
short sword?
Sure. It's whatever sword you want it to be. Hey there, baby, I can be whatever sword you want.
He's holding like a massive great sword. It's like, yeah.
I
You
mean,
like-
if it's a rapier, then
It's a giant great sword, and then he turns like a dial on the side of it, and it shrinks.
if it's a rapier, then Librek can also use it.
If it's a short sword, rapier, or long sword, I can use it.
You can use long swords.
Yes.
Oh,
Is it
Also-
a long?
Crossbows and simple weapons.
Neat. Is it a long sword?
It can be.
Nice.
did you say a long sword is in simple weapons?
No, long sword and simple weapons.
Oh, and okay.
Yeah.
And a hand bow.
How much is it?
Oh, it's very expensive.
How expensive?
I can't remember. I can't remember what the sword's called.
How about I trade you
Sunblade?
this
Thank you.
bottle of wine for it?
1 second. If you wake me up, I have lots of money on me. Not that you wouldn't.
I can't heal you to wake you up, so.
Ah,
it is
what's
out
wrong
my
with your
hands.
friend there? And what's wrong with the guy on his back? He like
Uh,
laughs to himself.
First off, Schnitzel is in perfect health, thank you. Second, the guy on his back is he woke up for a bit after getting shot, and then drank some weird stuff, and then vomited everywhere and passed out.
Ah. Does it need healing?
Yes.
At some point,
He just like pulls out a tiny, tiny, tiny potion vial and hands it over to Anthony.
Should I just give this to him?
Yeah.
I try and administer the tiny potion to Lever.
Lebrick, you are on 1 HP and conscious.
I wake up again.
A potion of goodberry.
so how much is the blade?
Oh.
Not blade.
Well, you see, the thing about that is, quickly typing in because I can't remember how much items cost. Also, it's a lot less rare than I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure we don't have the money for it, but
I'm also pretty sure we don't have the money for it. Because I think we have the money to buy like a more expensive uncommon magic item, but I don't think we can buy a rare.
It is indeed a rare. Also, it's naturally a wrong sword.
the wrong sword.
It is the wrong sword.
Wait, it's only rare. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was very rare. That's why I was shocked.
Rare.
It's like, I could maybe give it for about 3k?
How about
It's just like instantly bought up right. I heard money. How about this?
I can trade them for these claws of the Umber Hulk.
what do they do? Pointing at what do the claws do?
Nobody wanted them. You didn't want them before, so don't want them now.
He like, his eyes like light up when he says them, like, oh. Do you like let him take them off you to like appraise them?
Yeah.
So you take some and he gets like a little eyeglass out. It's like, yeah. I think we can make a trade.
Awesome. I take the blade hilt and throw it over to, or give it to Liebrecht.
Ooh, thank you.
Well, that sounds like a ranged attack. No.
Not with the blade is not out.
I mean,
It's just bludgeoning damage then.
did you turn the blade off?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
And do you have like other things that like are not like, I don't know, do you have more stuff that can make daylight?
Oh yeah, what can you tell me about this? And I pull out the immortal shard thing I got from the dragon ages ago.
Oh.
Do you know what this does? I just need to know what this does. Or
He's
like,
like,
what it can do.
He twists the eyeglass and it gets like longer. He's like, oh, never seen one of these before. Looks like dragon scale, but not one I recognise. Well, his voice is changing.
As usual.
Can I have a look around the shop?
Sure, you can look around.
What items are on the walls and on the shelves?
Lots of things. It's a magic item shop.
Yeah, Andrew, populate a whole magic shop full of items like I had to do when you guys barged into a random magic item shop.
Oh my god, I'm finding so much garbage. I'm like, daylight pellet. That sounds like something you want. Creates the daylight spell. That doesn't make daylight though.
The daylight spell does make daylight.
It doesn't make natural light though.
I'm
It
pretty
doesn't-
sure it says counts as daylight. Like sunlight.
I can't remember. I'm sure it doesn't, but
Well, if it doesn't, then I feel cheated out of the spell. Yeah, you're right. The spell technically does not say that it is.
Yeah, the spell daylight doesn't make daylight.
Okay,
just
then I
makes light.
ask for sunlight and not daylight in this case.
that's
thought it
why
did
I'm
sunlight.
struggling because it's like
Sorry, yeah.
drift globe creates the daylight spell. Fuck.
Yeah, I just assumed that the
Do you
daylight
have
spell
anything
would be
that can
sunlight.
replicate
but-
the effects of like the dawn spell or whatever? Because that just does a ton of radiant damage, which is the same basically.
Yeah.
as
Very
murdering
quickly
them.
googling that spell.
It's a 5th level evocation spell, and it just does like 4d10 radiant in a big big cylinder.
Okay. Oh. Well, I do have these things that...
Oh, actually, Dawn specifically says this light is sunlight.
Yeah, some spells do. That's why I'm surprised that daylight doesn't.
It's so stupid. Daylight definitely should be daylight.
The daylight should actually be daylight.
Has that been errata maybe somewhere?
Possibly.
No, no, it still just says that daylight doesn't create daylight.
Okay.
Stupid.
They just named it badly. It should just be like big light spell.
Light cantrip, but 3rd level.
It should be greater light, or
Yeah,
whatever.
pretty much.
Instead, it's daylight, but it doesn't make daylight. It makes just big light.
Well, it's basically just like the smart bulbs that have the daylight setting, but it's technically not daylight. Just looks like daylight.
Right. So you want something that causes daylight, but not daylight. I think I understand.
We need something that produces light akin to the light from the sun.
How much you wanting to spend?
How much you got there?
What do you have?
Well, we've got a couple of things. Andrew panics. We got these.
Andrew.
Got these little pellets. You throw them out. They do something equivalent to daylight in like a flashbang.
No. We
And does
we
it count
need
as sunlight?
Does it count?
Yes.
Because
It's very awkward saying daylight when there's a daylight that doesn't do daylight.
Well, okay. From now on, the daylight that actually hurts vampires we will call sunlight, and the daylight isn't the spell. We will just call daylight.
So when you throw this pellet, it casts the spell daylight, but this one counts as sunlight.
Okay.
How long does the light stay for?
How long does that spell last?
Wait, I'll check.
Apparently 1 hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck me.
That's pretty good though. How much?
That's pretty good.
How much are the pellets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few of them.
These are great.
Yeah, shit. The third level spell. About 500?
A pellet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's
That
probably
doesn't
weird.
sound-
We're too cheap.
It's at least worth getting a couple of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have stuff that helps sorcerers? I.e., does he have a Bloodwell vial of any rarity?
If you didn't care about rarity, then he'd probably have like the base one, like stuff like that's easy enough to get a hold of.
Does he have a +2?
He definitely doesn't have a +2. If you wanted a plus, wait, I was gonna say if you wanted a +1, that is the base one.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a +2, but that's the type of thing that he could probably quite easily source.
Do you know
What
of
is
any
easily?
sort
Because
of,
time is time is of the essence.
Oh yeah, I could easily get you one by tomorrow.
I'll
I
ask
look at Anthony.
No, we need to go today.
Okay.
I'll ask if you got a rod of ruler shape.
Yeah, we have loads of those lying around.
How much
Can
do you want?
like leans over. Is he like rich or something?
No, normally
no.
not.
Do you have a potion of speed?
Sure.
I have any.
So we have a few potions, though you probably want to go to the alchemist if you want potions. Oh, he's so good. I'd hardly recommend him.
Fair enough. I'll head over
Some
there.
people are not allowed in there anymore.
That's true. You stay here for alchemy based stuff, or way outside at the least.
Can
You
I
do-
trade? Can I trade my two-handed sword that does AC +1 against the Bloodwell vial +1?
Is that the rune thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. That seems fair, I think.
since nobody ever really wanted that sword anyway.
You're like, oh, this is quite the rarity. I haven't seen any rune swords in a while. Yeah, that sounds like a fair trade to me.
Oh,
You're not going to kill anyone with this stuff, right?
We're not gonna kill any people. I think you can guess, but we're like going after some vampires.
Oh, that's all right then. I've just got to
Actually-
legally ask.
I'm gonna pull out my runic greatsword. Like, forget.
Oh,
where
that
did
is
you
the
used
one.
to- Oh right.
Oh, I thought I had that. So
Oh, I
Um,
was giving it.
yeah, I know I gave it to you at some point, but I wasn't sure if you still had it after you turning back to a sheep.
Yeah. Yeah. Magic item. So wait, Andrew. I had potions. The potions are magic, but what about the glass bottles?
They are glass
They are
bottles.
So the potions.
It's
Are
just.
gone.
It's just. Wait.
No, normally magic potions survive stuff. Like
Oh
that
right,
as well.
you meant like, did they survive the
No, I'm
disintegration?
saying like the potions survived the disintegration, but the glass bottles they're contained in are mundane.
No, no,
No, they're normally
I'm not gonna.
slightly enchanted as well.
I understand. So no, they're completely mundane, but the energy of the potion does permeate them a bit.
Wait a minute. My sword is magic, but the glue keeping it together.
Oh,
isn't.
your sword has fallen apart.
It's fine. Magic items themselves are just inherently more durable.
Yeah, they're all made with like that magic glue.
Yeah, weirdly, it is actually quite hard to destroy a potion bottle.
Do you have any stones of good luck?
Sure.
So Melissa, do you mind if I exchange that sword, or were you using it?
No, not really. No.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I
hey
don't
hey
think I-
Melissa.
Yeah.
I threw you a sunstone. Okay, if you're ever like up close to a vampire that you need to murder, just like shove that down its throat, and the vampire will die.
Oh, okay.
Also, if you like want to punch vampires with it, it'll make you do radiant stuff.
I would like to head off now, but can I just buy one of the sunlight daylight pebbles and call it a day for me?
Well, I was pretty much like finishing it with this, and then we'd head to the alchemy shop at the start of the next one.
Okay.
So quickly, is there anything else anyone specifically wanting to do?
How much is the pebble? 500, you
Fi-
said, right?
500.
Okay.
What price would you say for 2 stones of good luck?
I don't know what rarity are they.
They are uncommon.
About 100 each.
What?
I will-
Uncommon is 500 each.
Yeah.
Wait, yes, that. What he said.
How about 2 for 700?
Me, it's 750.
748?
Deal.
Man, you got one of those at like basically half price. That's pretty good.
So why do you want 2 attunement items that do the same thing? Anyway.
So, if that is everything, then yes, we will end it there for today. Thank God, no vampires till next time.
Yeah.
I have a week to not do anything again and go, fuck, I forgot again.
Also, how dare you, Andrew?
Okay, that is the end. The demons, devils, vampires, dragons, walruses. Tune in next time. There's at least a few more monster types we can throw in.
That's right. Remember, everybody, remember to like and subscribe.
Don't do that. That's a terrible
Hit that
idea.
bell button.
The bell button.
By all the evil. Why am I blessed by all the evil?
Destroy that bell button. Everybody remember to subscribe.
Bye bye.
If you don't, Pazuzu will kill you.
Pazuzu says bye bye. Pazuzu is such a friendly guy.